So I came to this girl's establishment at 10 o'clock this morning to get medium knotless boho, whatever. Medium knotless boho. I sent her a DM. She told me that she can get me in on Thursday, sent my deposit, all that good stuff. I said, okay, cool. So I sit down at 10 o'clock. She starts up my hair. So all while she's doing my hair, you're eating Bojangles, you are texting, you're on FaceTime calls, you are scrolling on TikTok the whole time. And honestly, I'm annoyed, but I'm like, it is what it is. I'm gonna let you live your life. Cool. Just do my hair. Get me out of here. Whatever. So I'm sitting down as she's doing all of the things. And all of a sudden, she gets a call and she has to go get her kids. Cool. It is what it is. I'm going to let you go get your kid. But at this point, now you're dipping into me and my time. Because now you got to go get your kids. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with you going to get your kids. But had you been a braider and you were doing my braids from start to finish, you put on some music. I have got my braids done so many times. So many times where the braiders put their music on or they'll put a show on and you are giving me your undivided attention and doing my hair. That wasn't the case. In this situation, you were, like I said, doing all of the things, taking time away from my hair. So on top of that, you started doing my hair and I had a feeling that something was off. So I went to the bathroom and I looked at my hair and there was no boho in my hair. Mind you, we probably had a good 15, 20 braids already done. I came back out and say, so we're not doing boho knotless? She says, what? She gets her phone, she scrolls, and she's like, oh, I didn't even see that. That's proof that I told her I wanted boho knotless. So at this point, I'm like, yeah, let's, do it right. What is that? More time being added because now you have to take it out to re-add the boho. The whole time, once again, she's still texting. You're still scrolling on TikTok. You're still watching TikTok live. You're still doing all of the things besides giving me your undivided attention and doing my hair. Fast forward, you get a call saying that whoever was supposed to pick up your kids can't pick up your kids. So now you have to go get your kids. You leave at 3:45 to go get your kids. You tell me you have to go get your kids. And I'm just sitting looking like, maybe she's not talking to me. At first I was like, okay. But then she didn't say anything. So then I was like, wait, so you're not going to be done with my hair by 3:30 when you go get your kids? She was like, no, I still have this whole section to do. So I'm like, okay. So you leave at 3:45 to go get your kids. Then you come back at 4:30 to finish my hair. So now I've been waiting for 45 minutes for you to come finish my hair. So you come finish my hair and afterwards I give you a chance. I literally give you a chance to tell me that you're going to discount my hair. Because not only did I have to wait on you for 45 minutes to finish my hair, not only did you mess up my hair, you also played the whole time. So I say, how much is the hair? She said, you owe me $275. So I looked and said, respectfully, girl, I can't give you $275. She says, what? What do you mean you can't give me $275? I said, you played the whole time. And I also had to wait 45 minutes on you to finish my hair. I can't give you $275. That's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. You played the whole time. So this is the kicker, y'all. This is what she did not tell y'all, and she's not going to tell y'all. I offered to give this girl $200. I said, I will give you $200 because you did do my hair today. She started turning up. She started cutting up. She did the most. She threatened to put her hands on me. She threatened to beat my ass. She threatened to do all of the things. I said, baby, you're yelling. You're getting loud. You're doing all the things. I'm not giving you $275, but I will give you $200 for your time. So that's how the cops got called. So I literally was calm, cool, and collected. I was like, look, girl, I'm not even yelling at you. I'm not even trying to do all the things. I'm not even not trying to pay you. I'm just telling you that all of the stuff you did today and making me wait 45 minutes to do my hair, I'm not giving you $275. I will give you at most $200. She cutting up. She threatening me. She doing all the things. I don't know. She maybe recorded me. She done called me broke. She said, y'all TikTok girls are so weird, XYZ. I'm like, girl, it's never been about the money. You can get the money. I could pay you, but you played, so I'm not giving you all of the money. So she was like, either you give me the money or you call the police. So I said, baby, let's call the police. She called the police and basically was like, hey, you know, I just did a service on this girl and she doesn't want to give me my money. She's refusing to give me my money. So she did all of that. I stepped to the side. I called the police and I basically told them the whole situation. Meanwhile, she's in the background saying, you know, I want to beat your ass. I want to put my hands on you, doing X, Y, Z or whatever. And before all this, she got in my face and I said, baby, please don't get in my face and don't put your hands on me. She said, I want to beat your ass, but my kids are here, X, Y, Z or whatever. And I said, that's cool. We just going to wait on the police because I'm really not doing this. Okay. Just to give you a recap. I offered her $200. She said she did not want the $200. She wanted the $275. And I told her, I'm not giving you $275 when you didn't do my shit appropriately. Didn't want the $200. She said, either you give me the $275 or we can call the police. So let's call the police and the police can handle it. Police gets called. I'm still on the phone with the 911 operator. She says the police are on the way. Just stay on the phone. She's asking me questions like, is she still threatening you? X, Y, Z, whatever. I let her know that she's on the phone with someone still making threats. The lady said, stay on the phone. So I stayed on the phone. The police come. She said, just acknowledge that the police are there. Then we'll get off the phone. I tell her the police are there. We get off the phone and I talk to the police. The police come in. They're basically like, okay, so what happened? They asked her to step off to the side and then they said we could have the conversation right there. So I said, okay, cool. I told them everything that I just told y'all and they was like, look, we can't force you to pay the $275. We can't force you to pay anything, but we do have to get your information. So if she wants to take you to court for the $275, she can take you to court. I told them I offered her $200 for the service. I am not running off on nobody's money. I'm not running off on no style. That's not me. It's never been me and never gave me. I'll pay you your money, but it's going to be $200. So they say, look, she says she don't want the $200. I said, okay, cool. Well, here go my information, but I want her information as well. So she got my information. I got her information. The police officer asked me to step outside. So he was like, look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Block her on social media. Don't come back here and get your hair done. I said, look, it is what it is. I didn't try to start anything. I was trying to be civil. That is the reason I stayed. Because had it been more than that, had I just tried to walk to my car, it would have been a domestic violence situation. Had she tried to put her hands on me, all of that. So I stayed to try to just clear the situation up. She wanted to get the cops involved. She can get the cops involved. It is what it is. He said, okay, cool. Another cop came back out there and he was like, look, are you going to give the $200? The other cop literally said, hey, the situation is done. They have each other's information. If she wants to take her to court, she can take her to court. Point blank, period. And I say all that to say this. If this was y'all would be feeling the same way that I felt. If this was y'all, it might not have went as civil as it went. And if this was her, she wouldn't want to pay that money either. Why would I let you pay in my face for some money? Why would I pay you to play in my face? And on top of that, as soon as I walk in the house, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I said what I said. I tried to give you $200 and you did not want to take $200. So everybody that thinks I ran off on some money, it is what it is. That's y'all business. I said what I said. I said my side. And that's the end of it. I'm done.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional. Yes, we staying lit, big dog. Man, I tried to find the girl who called the cops on her, the herb stylist, but I found way more hair braiding videos. I guess we're going back to hair braiding videos because hairstylists, y'all are the worst these days. If I was to ever date a hairstylist, I'd cut her off immediately. Cause y'all the most inconsistent, inconsiderate people on earth. Y'all are the worst. Hairstylists in 2026, cut them all off. Okay, learn to do your own wigs, learn to do your own sew-ins. Just get you a friend that could get you good look, having a good Cleo braid. that could do a good Cleo braid pattern, and then learn to do your own wig. Okay? Because these stylists are whack. And mind you, I learned that from y'all. Mind you, I still ain't got the mouth pop yet. Mind you, um, they learn from doing their friends and having their friends all looking raggedy. And then finally they got good at it. They did enough wig installs, they got good at it. So now they started charging everybody else $200-300 to do wigs. But you know what they didn't learn? They didn't learn business. They didn't learn timing. They didn't learn how to customer service. Man, you know what? This man, me and my daughter got into an argument this morning. My daughter, we got into an argument. I called her out on her shit today, okay? And I'm gonna tell y'all, and y'all gonna feel me on this, right? So I went to McDonald's, right? I actually ordered on the app. And my daughter, she drove to McDonald's to pick up the food, and she's 14. Clock that T. Cause she ain't got to really lead a neighborhood, so don't call CPS on me. But so she drove to McDonald's, right? And she brings the food back, and then I check my baby's food, and then they didn't put my cheese on there. So I take a picture of the burger with no cheese, and I take a picture of the receipt, and I'm like, nope, I'm tired of them playing with me. They finna fix this. You know, I ain't finna take it back right now, but they finna fix this. And she's like, Dad, we don't have time for that. We gotta we had a volleyball game to get to, whatever. I was like, no. I get it. We gonna get where we gotta go, but I'm gonna make this a point. And she was like, just let them go. They're teens. See, that's y'all problem. Nobody correcting y'all on customer service. Y'all got specific instructions that come through the internet. It prints you off a list. It says no onions. Okay. It don't say plain. It say add cheese for 60 cents on the receipt. So no onions, add cheese. It's that simple. It ain't hard. You just got to learn how to read and follow instructions. What y'all kids don't know how to do is follow instructions. And then I said, that's your problem. And she was like, how I get into this? I said, because you don't know how to follow instructions. Since you want to say they teens, you a teenager. I tell you to do one thing and you go do something like I just didn't tell you what to do. And then we sitting over here, we trying to cook, and she over here reading over the package and be like, well, it says save a teaspoon for basking. What should I do? Damn it, if it say save a teaspoon for basking, just save a teaspoon for basking. Well, what's basking? God damn it, Google it. I didn't even know what basking meant, but you got Google in your phone. You could find out what basking is. And you could have told me what basking is. But whatever it said, the direction says save a teaspoon for basking. And all you had to do was follow instructions. But they don't pay attention. And then she want to get mad at me because I'm telling her they messed up, so they going to have to fix it. And I said, but you got to pay attention. You got to follow directions now, because if you can't follow simple directions like that, wait till those simple directions start costing y'all some money. When those simple directions start costing y'all thousands of dollars, start costing your time, start costing your livelihood, then you're going to be mad. You're going to be happy that a customer like me came up there and told y'all that you messed up my order and you didn't put the cheese on the burger. That's it. Follow damn directions. I don't know why it's so hard for these kids these days. Follow damn directions. And these hairstylists are the worst. Every hairstylist from Detroit to the DMV to Florida, definitely down in Houston, Texas, to Arizona, just terrible. So if you date a hairstylist between the ages of 18 and 30, you better dump her now because she ain't figured it out yet. If these women treat their customers like that, the one that give them these $200-300 for their little sew ins and stuff, or whatever them wigs is called, HD 36-inch middle part looking ass. If they treat them like that, you ain't got a chance in hell, brother.